I don't like waste. I'm, really against the whole idea of waste. My name is Scott Ledford, and I own Metrosite. We recycle in Banks County, Georgia. See, I've been in the construction business for over 25 years. When I was doing construction and looking at some of the items that we were disposing of, a lot of metals, formed lumber, that sort of stuff, it has downstream use, but it was just going to the landfill. It was an opportunity to financially drive something that could be better for all of us. The biggest things that we needed to do was to separate the material. And I started doing a lot of research. The research was not facility-based, it was more equipment-based. I didn't want to follow suit of what was already being established. I wanted it to be my design and my way. And so far it's doing all right. The people that live out here in the country, they're protecting their land. They like the seclusion, they like the clean water, they like clean air. That's why they live here. They are just as passionate, if not more in a lot of cases, to drive that and get behind it and stay behind it. We can live here and enjoy the earth, and it'll keep giving back to us. When I started, COVID was blasting off. Every bad break was kind of coming our way. My roll-off company would bring in a certain number of cans a day, and then I would take those cans and basically sort through them with an excavator. Some cans you might do them in an hour, and some cans you may spend 3 or 4 hours. It was just a huge hassle trying to get through all that. I started doing more and more research, started talking with Komptech, and was introduced to the ballistic separator. The Ballistor made a bigger impact than what I had anticipated. The first day when we cranked the ballistic separator up and we just started feeding the apron feeder and it was going into the separator, that whole load was gone in just a few minutes. And I'm looking at the different piles and I'm thinking, this is going to be great.
This is one of 3 facilities that utilize the ballistic separator, and the ballistic separator uses technology utilizing paddles that separate the material in the 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional fraction. 2-dimensional material rides forward. 3-dimensional material is our heavy weighted material that bounces backwards, and the robots sort, along with human sorters, the material into bunkers, and those bunkers are then put into trucks and sent off to commodity buyers.
Productivity's higher with less and less labor. The more you can take out mechanically without multiple step processes and huge capital investments, then the better off you're going to be in the long run. This area is really on an uptick. It's really growing strong right now. A lot of new businesses coming in. We've always had a waiting list for employees, but after COVID, things kind of changed and labor became scarce real quick. But with what I was able to work with Komptech, I don't think I could have kept the business open. You work with the Komptech staff and they increase the productivity and the accuracy. It's really made this viable for us. What I've done is simplified the process. And I think I've brought it into a price point that it would make sense for a smaller community or shared communities. Building something that you can take this equipment and be able to duplicate it multiple times across the country and start making a real difference.
Scott has found a good formula for recycling.
And what that will continue to do is improve the recovery rate of construction and demolition material across the entire country. He's trying to leave the world in a better place than where he found it, and doing something in this county that hasn't been thought about before.
We've been able to develop a great relationship with Komptech Americas. They come in, they talk to you, they get everything set up. The relationships with your equipment suppliers, they have to be more than just business relationship. You got to be able to ask questions and get honest answers. We're diverting stuff from the landfill. We're reusing it, and we're saving natural resources. If that's not important to you, you need to reevaluate your priorities. This has to be the way of the future. We just can't keep milking the cow. You've got to be able to reuse it. That's just what I live by.